Hello everyone, Zach Yelton here, Coastal Shores Landscape, with your July 2019 newsletter video update. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Since I've last talked to you, we've had quite a bit of rain. The month of June has been gracious to us, giving us a lot of rain, replenishing those reservoirs in the soil that were so dry through the month of May. So we're seeing our landscapes respond really well to that. Finally getting caught up on that lack of moisture that we had. So your grass is growing strong right now. Your yards are looking very good. We're excited to finally see that come around for you. July brings, that's the time of year that we're going to be applying your second application of fertilizer. If you are a regular maintenance customer, under our landscape agreement, you receive your second fertilizer application toward the end of July. So by the end of this month, you will be receiving that, and that'll continue to feed your lawn in through the remaining months of this summer and into fall. It'll help those roots grow strong. We provide you with a slow release fertilizer. It releases itself over 90 days to continually feed your lawn well into the fall season. So look for that to come around from our maintenance team soon. Other things you should be looking for the summer season. Now that we've had this rainfall, we've got a lot of high humidity, higher temperatures, and a lot of moisture in the soil. We are starting to see some dollar spot fungus. Okay, that's going to be a fungus that starts in your lawn as a small round circle about the size of a silver dollar, and there'll be hundreds of them throughout your yard, and eventually they'll grow and spread together and become one big mass of brown grass. There's a few things culturally that you can do to avoid that. The biggest and most important thing is don't water. Try to avoid watering late in the day. We don't want water to be sitting on the lawn, on those blades of grass throughout the night. Prolonged periods where the blades of grass are moist and wet, that can promote that fungus. Some of our environmental conditions we can't help. We have high humidity here, we have higher temperatures here, and that combined with a lot of longer periods of rainfall, we're going to have some lawns that get that fungus. We train our teams on this every Thursday. We show them pictures, we show them how to identify this and bring it to our attention. And if we see that, we're going to be reaching out to you and requesting an application of a fungicide to get rid of that. We have very effective fungicides that can get rid of that for you. But if you have any concerns, if you see something that maybe we are missing or we're not bringing that to your attention, please don't hesitate to reach out. We want to stay on top of that so that it doesn't become a bigger problem. The summer also brings insect issues, as we've mentioned in last month's video. Starting here in July, we're going to really start seeing mole crickets and chinch bugs start to affect your lawn. Here's a few things you can look for. In the case of chinch bugs actually inject their mouth parts into the blades of grass, and they'll infect it with a toxin, and it'll turn that grass brown. It kind of looks like a dry spot in your lawn. So if you've got a nice lush lawn and everything around has plenty of moisture, but you got a few little spots turning brown, it could be chinch bug related. We want to get on top of that with an insecticide. Mole crickets are the other big pest this time of year, and what you will see with mole crickets actually tunnel through the soil and they feed on the roots of the grass. And so if you have real loose soil, soil that doesn't feel very firm beneath your feet, if it's real loose to the touch and the grass doesn't feel like it's tacking down very well, that is likely a case that you have mole crickets, and we really need to stay on top of that because they can damage a lawn very quickly. Within a week's time, they can wipe out an entire section of lawn. So again, our maintenance teams are trained to see that. You should see me around your property looking for that stuff, checking on it. But if you have any concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's partner together and rid these problems before they become big ones. Other than that, we just want to mention to you about water requirements. Lately, Beaufort Jasper, Hilton Head PSD, and maybe even your plantation that you live in have reached out to you and talked about watering at certain times, maybe water windows that may be more ideal. We urge you to pay attention to those and yield to those. These are safety concerns that will help fire department have enough water pressure in the lines if an emergency is available. So heed to their warnings, but as a general rule of thumb, it is best to water earlier in the day, earlier in the morning. So if you have any questions about how to set up your clock or you need help setting up your water system, let us know. Again, we really appreciate you guys. Thanks for letting us work with you. And we are getting ready to celebrate July 4th here, Independence Day, a day that we remember and recall all the things that had to take place for us to enjoy freedom and independence in this country. It is a blessing to be here, and we consider it a blessing that you guys let us work for you. So thanks again for tuning in. Have a great July.